Recently, the Palm Springs Kiwanis Club had another great speaker. Let's listen in.
My name's Ian Murray. I am the program director at the Mizell Senior Center. I'm also the facility director at the Mizell Senior Center. I'm also the volunteer coordinator at the Mizell Senior Center. I'm the schlep at the Mizell Senior Center. I'm, you name it, I probably am responsible for it. And if you have a problem with it, you probably should blame me. It's probably my fault. So, I've been running non-profit senior citizen rec centers for almost 25 years now. My background in doing that was in Los Angeles, mostly with Jewish community centers. The Mizell Senior Center is an independent, non-affiliated, not-for-profit. So at Mizell, we're not affiliated religiously or politically with any group. As a matter of fact, I don't let anyone discuss politics or religion there at all, because no good's going to come out of that. If you want to have one of those conversations, I'm happy to put you in a room and lock the door and let you scream at each other, and whoever survives, I'll let you out. But Mizell Senior Center, I mean, you all probably, most of you are aware of it, like you all know it. It's been there for years, so I'm preaching to the choir, so I don't have to tell you about all these great things. One of our major programs is our Meals on Wheels program. And in this program, we are basically feeding 95% of the senior citizen shut-ins here in the Coachella Valley. From here south of the freeway, this side of the freeway, from here to the Salton Sea. But now, starting a month ago, we now took over Desert Hot Springs, Meals on Wheels, Thousand Palms, and Sky Valley. So now we're doing basically the entire Coachella Valley. We go to Mecca, Thermal, North Shore. I don't even know, we have 10 vehicles, we have 10 drivers. They're not volunteers. Each driver delivers over 100 meals a day. We have lunches every day, and it's the same lunches that we serve the Meals on Wheels clients, okay? But other senior centers here across the Coachella Valley wanted to do the same. It's a good way to bring people into our facility. It's a good way for people to meet. It's a good way to feed people. And we have a grant, so for people that are 60 years of age or over, they don't have to pay if they don't want to. It's suggested donation only. That's the same with our Meals on Wheels. We could deliver 5 meals a week, plus Monday mornings, granola and cereal and milk and orange juice and bagels and stuff, for the week. And then we deliver extra meals for the weekend, because we don't deliver them. We can do all that, but those are for shut-ins. But for those who aren't shut-in, we want people to get out of their places and go to a senior center, meet people, do something, eat, have fun, have a reason to get out of your house. And so other senior centers wanted to do the same that we've done. So now we bring them the food so they could do it too. So now we're providing the lunches for the Senior Center in Desert Hot Springs, in Indio, Coachella, Mecca, Thermal, La Quinta, and Cathedral City Senior Centers, and of course Mizell. So we're basically feeding everyone. Seniors. So that's just one. There's two major programs that I run that don't happen inside my facility. The one is Meals on Wheels. I see seniors every day and for many, many years, and they're fine, and then next thing you know, they fall and their independence is ruined, they're afraid, it just changes their life, and not for the better. So with our balance program, we are trying to teach people, help them maintain their balance. If they're having trouble with their balance, or trying to figure out why. Maybe it's an equilibrium problem, an ear problem, an eye problem, and there's all sorts of reasons. It could be a health or dietary problem, and there's reasons why is this person having trouble balancing, And then if they do fall, we teach people how to get back up if possible. There's two programs. One is called A Matter of Balance, which is twice a week for a month. and we bring in doctors, and we bring in therapists, and a lot of it's lectures, and there's that. And then there's another class where we then take it and put it to work, where we actually, it's like an exercise class, but specifically for balance. And a lot of people do it through, but I've seen senior citizens, very elderly, they come in, walker, cane, and they start taking these classes, and I've seen the miracle. They don't even need it anymore. They're fine. They're confident. They're not falling. They're not like terrified every second that they're about to fall and their life's going to change for the worse. So these programs are happening for free, and then so we just write. We have a guy named Jack Newby. He's a really good grant writer. At Mizell, what I'm about, I've spent all these years doing, is trying to create safe, fun ways to bring seniors out of their homes into a communal atmosphere, whether it be for social services, whether it be for just playing mahjong or card games, whether it's to eat. See, for me, I've spent all these years trying to make sure to try to find ways to help improve or keep active the minds and bodies of anyone 60 years of age or up. And I say 60, but really it's about 75 and up is what I work with. But I'll say 60. I don't think 60 years old is really a senior, because I'm getting closer. But it's all about keeping your minds and bodies physically fit. That's what keeps it busy. All of you, you're volunteers. You're not getting paid for this. You spend your time. Yeah, you're together, you're friends, you get to eat together. That's beautiful. But as a group, you have a common goal. You raise money together. It makes you feel good. And then you raise the funds and disperse them in a way that you all vote on and agree is most appropriate for your group. Love it. There's no more excuses, not for your group, not for my group. When I look at your group, which I love, and I'm thinking even to myself, this is beautiful, but how are you guys going to perpetuate this organization? What is your group doing right now? So when the next generation is going to step in and fill in for you guys, what's the next group that's going to be Kiwanians, like happy, healthy, responsible, do-gooder Kiwanians? Is there a next generation? I hope so. That's what I would be thinking. That should be our top priority, is to try to continue, just like my top priority is to keep my programs at Mizell going and keep everything there going so that it outlives me. Or if I were to move away or whatever would happen to me, I want to make sure that the things that I put in place will outlive me. And I hope it will be the same for not just the Kiwanians, but the Rotarians or the Lions or all these different really important social help groups, right? What did you call it? Service groups? Okay. It's like, why don't we have more? I don't understand. I mean, I know we have nice service groups in high schools, different ones. Yeah. What happens after high school between that and being a senior citizen? Jobs? Family? I don't know. I take my kids and they go volunteering with me every Christmas Day since they've been kids. I'm trying to get my own children. I want them to be part of their life, and part of who they are is giving back, is being part of a community, caring about other people besides just your immediate family or yourself. Or, I love my dogs and cats. It's another thing. It's okay to give money to charity for people, not just pets. Like pets, but come on. At Mizell, though, I break it down into social services. So if anyone here needs anything, you got talk to me. I mean, any kind of help, everything, like you shouldn't, like I have every kind of medical equipment. Don't spend any money on wheelchairs or walkers or canes or any of that crap, because I have 1,000 of it. I'll lend it to you. There's so many things that I can offer you. Don't ever spend money until you talk to me, please. We have, though, everything from free mental health counseling, as much as you need. We have free HICAP, which is Medicare counseling. We have free counseling for financial, legal, We did 700 free tax returns last year. But if you have a lot of what I don't have ever. Capital gains. Okay, if you have a lot of capital gains, get an accountant. Don't see us. But if it's a straight form, we do all that. There are just so many everything from when's the last time you guys sharpen your knives and scissors? Every month, free. Bring your knives and scissors. We'll sharpen them. I mean, silly things like that. Free Notary Public. If you ever need anything notarized, where you're going to spend $10, $12 a page, come see me. Exercise classes. Everything from like the most vigorous would be like Zumba. It's called Zumba Gold. That's aerobics. But everything from that to chair yoga. And the reason it's chair yoga because we had regular yoga and I couldn't get my work done. Ian, go in there and lift them up, help them up off the mat. So I couldn't get my work done. So chair yoga. We have fit after 50, which I call sexy after 70. I mean, just all sorts of exercise classes, including the balance classes. We have a social group called Widows or Widowers, so it's not a bereavement group, it's social. We just had an art show for our students, but we offer acrylic painting, a drawing class, a pastel class, and watercolor. So, in other words, anything. We have music. A bunch of retired musicians show up, every musician. They have a jam session. And then we have on Fridays a bunch of retired Disneyland, like Dixieland musicians from Disneyland. They wear their little Disneyland. They're like 90. 72 different things. But I do this because there's no excuse. I don't want any seniors atrophying in their houses. Wii bowling's a big deal. You know what Wii bowling is? It's computer bowling. It's big all over the country for senior citizens. It's where all you have to do is this. It's like not real bowling. We you know the nice police officer Gil that died? Okay, well, he used to come to lunch at Mizell. He was a senior. But he was also a Wii bowler. And every year, he would bring a bunch of the Palm Springs police to challenge my Mizell seniors. And we'd have the nice DJ, anyway, would narrate it. It was a whole thing. And we still do that, but we also, every senior center here in the Coachella Valley has a Wii bowling team, and we have like tournaments with each other. We're the best. We kick their butt all the time. But they're playing right now, like every day. They're obsessed. They won't do Wii golf or Wii boxing or Wii base, just Wii bowling. This is going on in your neighborhood. This is happening here, folks. We have book clubs. We have a documentary film series. We show free movies. By the way, every hour on the hour, there's always something free to do. And even when you have to pay, it's very minimal. There's always something where you don't have to pay, every hour of the day. If you all knew the actual poverty, especially with shut-in seniors, it would break your heart. I mean, actually, if you have neighbors or if you know people and they're barely eating and they're shut in, you got to let me know. Or you got to call on their behalf and you got to help them because the problem is we almost never turn down any, we have money, let's say, to feed 600 seniors a day and we feed 1,200 a day, so then we have to make up the difference. If you knew, it would break your heart. I mean, the poverty is there for young people too. But when I see seniors and they're that hard up and no food and they can barely afford their, it's very difficult to deal with. Keep fighting the good fight. If you need my help, call me, because that's fine.
For more, go to KIWANISPalmSprings.org.